Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Now we're on to the next card back. This is the Vintage Collection QuickShots series. If you are new around here, this is the Mimban Trooper, and going back to 2000 and I think it was 18, the summer of 18, I reviewed him. I was one of the first on the internet to review him actually, which was quite rare. All good. So let's have a look at this. So there's the 5 POA figure. I'll show you that in a minute. It's worth having a look at that. Really, in this series, I only ever look at the card back and the figure. And the figure is pretty cool. Look at the detail on that blaster though. So it's a really good figure. I actually used to think that they were like stormtroopers, normal stormtroopers, just muddy, but they're not. They've got a crest on their helmet. Not a million miles away. Look at that, see that visor thing? I presume that could be put down that. Not on the figure, but obviously in the design of the actual armor. But they were nice. Look at that detail, is so good, isn't it? Really good. I mean, the detail of 5 POA is good. I mean, see, let's go on to him now. So I don't usually do this, but it's a good figure, this. But you can't do anything with him other than have him in that pose. You could get him in that pose if you wanted to. But this one, you've got no choice but to have him standing like that. Hard goods as well. But this guy, you could have him each and every way you want. But they're great. Kill him slower. That's what the guy says. Same scene as Chewie meets Han. Anyway, back onto the card back. Usually I start on the card back, and I've got the cards inside the... I think I'm going to have to take them out. I just did a Ray Island Journey video, right? And I kept the card inside the, what do you call it, Protect Star case. Bad idea, because I could see my reflection even in that video. I just thought I'd start out with it on there, because they sit on the edge of that ironing board. Yes, it is an ironing board. The glamour of TV. Oh, I nearly lost that then. I'm making a right meal of this, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell I've not done one of these episodes for a while. Just going to have to hold it still, but it's a wee bit dusty as well. Get out of there. No, that doesn't do anything to help. This hasn't been hanging in a store. This came from a factory, but you can see it looks like there's hanger damage there, but there isn't. Let's get it leaning in on here for a second. There you go, right, and let's try that again. Stormtrooper Mimban, there are no variants of this card, as in, it doesn't have any multi-language or anything like that on, that I know of. I don't know, it came from the Far East. I got it early, you see. I think I bought it with, can't remember, Kapow or somebody. Anyway, nice card back, except, well, it's one of these ones that look slightly CGI-ish, you know what I mean? Fake. Can you see? The human brain ain't daft, you know, when you look at certain things, you know it's not real. It still looks good, but it's not. Something's not right about it. Look at that. It's almost like that mud is digital mud. I would not be surprised if it wasn't. So here's the figure in the card back. That's how I make these episodes. I can't remember how I do it. If you want to see the archive of episodes that I've made for this series, I will always leave a link to that below, so check it out. But I used to always film the card, then film the figure in the bubble, because sometimes I don't have these figures loose. In this case, I do have this guy loose, and there he is again, that black cloak. So that's quite cool, that, isn't it? Reminiscent of those clones that you see in the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, the very first sequence with Yoda. What does he say now? He says something like, "Across the galaxy, and they're like fire across the galaxy, the Clone Wars spread." Then you get various shots of the war happening everywhere, and there's some clones, Phase 1 clones, wearing cloaks, and they're in mud. It's almost like they're trying to, I mean, they can't be keeping warm, or could they? Why would the Stormtrooper wear fabric like that, material? In the case of the Range Troopers, don't get me wrong, I think they look cool. Range Troopers look great. This guy looks awesome with that flap, you know, it's ragged. But what was the purpose of that, I wonder? Because they've got everything they need in that armor. It keeps them warm, it keeps them waterproof, it keeps them protected. Maybe they use it for a camouflage or something. Maybe, actually, that might be it, mightn't it? It's so funny, Stormtroopers are white, purposefully white, because they don't need to be camouflaged. They're just the point of a Stormtrooper I once read was to show that there's so many of them, we don't even need to camouflage this. We want you to see us coming at you, kind of mentality. But anyway, so that dirt effect is pretty good. Nice figure. Very good indeed. And that is VC123, I believe. It is indeed. So thank you for watching. Just getting back into doing this series of, this series of videos, the Vintage Collection QuickShot series. So if you are new around here, subscribe. I'm a big collector of the Vintage Collection, as you can see there. And I do these individual videos every now and again. It's been a while since I've produced them, but we're back on it now. We've got plenty to get through, so we get up to date with the Vintage Collection. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out. Leave you with that nice shot there. How about that? Let it spin for a bit longer. Oh, I like that. Out.